Question 11. An enterprise wants a managed way to extract text, tables, and key value fields from scanned invoices and contracts to feed a downstream agent. Which Foundry tool is purpose-built for this document layout work? A. Azure AI Speech. B. Azure AI Content Safety. C. Azure AI Translator. D. Document Intelligence Content Understanding. Pause the video if you don't want to hear the answer yet. Correct answer, D. Document Intelligence Content Understanding. Why D is correct? The key clues are scan invoices and contracts, extract text, extract tables, extract key value pairs, and feed structured data to an agent. Azure AI Document Intelligence, formerly Form Recognizer, and Content Understanding are purpose-built for document processing and information extraction. They can extract printed and handwritten text, OCR, identify document layout, extract tables, extract key value pairs, process invoices, receipts, contracts, forms, and PDFs, and return structured data for downstream workflows and agents. Question 12. A globally deployed chat feature must accept and respond in dozens of languages, and the product team wants deterministic, low-cost, high-volume translation rather than paraphrased LLM output. Which service should they route translation through? A. An embedding model. B. Azure AI Content Safety. C. Azure AI Translator. D. A general chat completion model with a translate prompt. Pause the video now if you don't want to hear the answer yet. Correct answer, C. Azure AI Translator. Why C is correct? The question emphasizes dozens of languages, deterministic translations, low cost, high volume, translation specifically, not paraphrased or generated responses. Azure AI Translator is purpose-built for machine translation and is optimized for translating text between many languages efficiently and consistently. It is generally more predictable, scalable, and cost-effective for translation workloads than using a general-purpose LLM. Question 13. A voice assistant must convert spoken customer request into text the agent can reason over, then speak the reply back. Which pair of capabilities is required? A. Content filtering and block lists. B. Text embeddings and vector search. C. OCR and layout analysis. D. Speech-to-text and text-to-speech. Pause the video now if you don't want to hear the answer yet. Correct answer, D. Speech-to-text and text-to-speech. Why D is correct? A voice assistant needs to understand the user's spoken request. Speech-to-text, STT, converts audio into text. Allow the agent, LLM, to reason over the text. The AI processes the transcribed request. Respond verbally, text-to-speech, TTS, converts the generated response back into the spoken audio. Question 14. A brand needs marketing visuals generated from written descriptions with the ability to regenerate specific regions of an image while keeping the rest intact. Which model capability supports this? A. A speech synthesis model. B. An image generation model within Painting. C. A code generation model. D. A re-ranking model. Pause the video if you don't want to hear the answer yet. Correct answer, B. An image generation model within Painting. Why B is correct? The question requires two capabilities. Generate marketing visuals from written descriptions. This is text-to-image generation. Regenerate only specific parts, regions of an image while keeping the rest unchanged. This is called in Painting. In Painting allows users to select a portion of an image, replace or modify only that area, and preserve the remainder of the image. Question 15. An assistant occasionally selects an oversized frontier model for trivial questions, wasting budget, and a small model for hard ones, hurting quality. The team wants requests routed to an appropriately sized model automatically. Which feature addresses this? A. A second content filter. B. A larger provision throughput reservation. C. A dedicated embedding deployment. D. A model router. Pause the video now if you don't want to hear the answer yet. Correct answer, D. A model router. Why D is correct? A model router automatically sends each request to the most appropriate model based on the prompt's complexity, task type, cost, latency, and quality needs. Microsoft describes model router as a trained model that routes prompts in real time to the most suitable LLM, helping save cost, reduce latency, and maintain quality. Question 16. A data science team wants to browse, compare, and select from many first-party and open models, including the benchmarks and license terms before deploying. Which part of Foundry do they use? A. The private endpoint blade. B. The model catalog. C. The deployment quota page. D. The content safety configuration. Pause the video now if you don't want to hear the answer yet. Correct answer, B. The model catalog. Why B is correct? The model catalog in Microsoft Foundry is a central place to browse first-party and open-source models, compare models side by side, review benchmarks and performance metrics, evaluate cost, quality, safety, and throughput, review model details and related information before deployment, and select and deploy the best model for a use case. Microsoft describes Foundry models as a destination for discovering, evaluating, and deploying models from Microsoft, Azure OpenAI, Anthropic, Meta, Mistral, Hugging Face, and others, with tools to compare and evaluate models. Question 17. A workflow needs to answer questions over a mix of scanned PDFs, images, and short audio clips by producing clean, structured representations the agent can reason on. Which Foundry capability is intended for this multimodal extraction? A. Content Understanding Analyzers. B. Azure AI Translator. C. A DDoS protection plan. D. A text-only summarization prompt. Pause the video if you don't want to hear the answer yet. Correct answer, A. Content Understanding Analyzers. Why A is correct? The key clues are scanned PDFs, images, short audio clips, produce structured representations, enable downstream agent reasoning. Content Understanding Analyzers are designed to process multimodal content and transform it into structured, machine-readable information that agents can use for reasoning and automation. They can handle content such as documents and PDFs, images, audio, and other media. The goal is not merely to summarize content, but to extract and structure information from multiple modalities so an agent can work with it effectively. Question 18. An organization plans to coordinate several specialized agents, one that retrieves data, one that drafts, and one that reviews, so they hand work off to each other to complete a request. Which design are they choosing? A. A batch scoring pipeline. B. A single monolithic prompt. C. Multi-agent orchestration. D. A static decision tree with no model. Pause the video now if you don't want to hear the answer yet. Correct answer, C. Multi-agent orchestration. Why C is correct? The scenario describes multiple specialized agents working together. One agent retrieves data, one agent drafts content, one agent reviews the output. They handbook off to each other to complete the request. That is a classic multi-agent orchestration design. Microsoft's Foundry training describes multi-agent orchestration as coordinating multiple agents through patterns such as central orchestrators, supervisor coordinated patterns, parallel agent execution, and handoff orchestration. Question 19. A team must decide where to store the reference content that grounds their assistant so it supports vector similarity, keyword filters, and relevance re-ranking together. Which choice provides all three in one service? A. A relational database with full text columns. B. A blob container with lifecycle rules. C. Azure AI Search. D. A message queue. Pause the video now if you don't want to hear the answer yet. Correct answer: C. Azure AI Search. Why C is correct? The question requires a single service that provides vector similarity search, keyword full text search, relevance re-ranking. Azure AI Search is designed for exactly this scenario. It supports vector search for semantic similarity using embeddings, keyword search, full text BM25 for exact term matching, hybrid search that combines keyword and vector retrieval, semantic re-ranking to improve relevance and promote the best results. This makes Azure AI Search a common choice for enterprise RAG solutions and AI assistants grounded in organizational content. Question 20. A compliance team needs an assistant that can classify whether free text customer messages express frustration, satisfaction, or neutrality at scale, without prompt engineering an LLM for each call. Which capability is the most direct fit? A. Image captioning. B. Vector re-ranking. C. Sentiment analysis in the language tools. D. Speech translation. Pause the video if you don't want to hear the answer yet. Correct answer: C. Sentiment analysis in the language tools. Why C is correct? The requirement is to classify customer messages into satisfaction, positive, frustration, negative, neutral. This is exactly what sentiment analysis is designed to do. Sentiment analysis is a language AI capability that analyzes text and determines the emotional tone or sentiment expressed. It can process large volumes of customer feedback, emails, chats, reviews, and support tickets without needing custom prompt engineering for every request. If this was successful, please like and subscribe so that you get notified when I've released new questions.